Let's go over an update for Star Wars Episode 9. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, Episode 9, the final film in the sequel trilogy, a very important task for J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, which, by the way, they wrote the script. J.J. will be directing at the very end of July. This is a huge task for the main reason as to, of course, this is going to be the film that wraps up the entire Skywalker saga and all the 9 main Star Wars trilogy movies. We have heard that this movie will be served as a tool, in a sense, and be used in a way to combine all 9 movies into one spectacular film, and prequel trilogy continuity will be implemented in this motion picture. So this is actually the subject for today, because we actually did learn a little bit more about the prequel trilogy continuity. At least that's what I believe that this is that all the different set designs that are being developed over at Pinewood and all the different costume designs that are being made are actually that from the prequel trilogy, or at least the people that worked on the prequel trilogy. And therefore, there's a huge connection here, because there's a reason as to why I believe that they are implementing different set designs that are based from the prequel trilogy era into Star Wars Episode 9, or inspired by the prequel trilogy. Now, we heard from some of the big plot leaks out there before in the past that Naboo could very well be one of the planets featured in this movie. Now, I'm not quite sure how valid that is, but if that were to be the case, perhaps Kylo Ren is trying to learn more about not only his grandfather, but his grandmother, Padme Amidala. And that, to me, I think that would be an interesting dynamic for the movie. So, going into Episode 9, the fact that, everything that we have learned before in the past, such as J.J. Abrams is going to be implementing the biggest lightsaber duel in all of the Star Wars movies. In fact, both Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver, they have to train for that entire scene. They're not even going to begin training for it just yet. It's going to be toward the very end of production, apparently. So I'm looking forward to that, because in The Last Jedi, we didn't really get a lightsaber duel per se, but the fact that Episode 9 will be implementing different set designs that are based on or inspired by the prequel trilogy era really does raise a lot of questions, and could very well be connected to that huge, big plot leak about Naboo being featured in this movie. Anyways, let me go on to the next subject here, and that all has to do with J.J. Abrams appearing on the James Corden show tomorrow night. Now, I'm not quite sure if he's going to be revealing anything about Episode 9. I'm sure that James will be asking him about the movie, so expect a response once again by JJ about his movie. This big task, this important thing that he has to do right to end the sequel trilogy on a good note. Now, looking at everything that has been happening with the Star Wars community, ever since The Last Jedi released, there's been this division, right, within the community. And everybody is really on edge as to exactly what's going to happen with Episode 9. Are they going to screw it up? Are they going to do things right? And I think that, I'm going to go ahead and say that I won't judge this movie until, of course, I go ahead and see it. Like I say with Solo: A Star Wars Story, aside from all the different box office results, which it really didn't do too well in comparison to all the other Disney-era Star Wars films, I will say that it was a good movie, but I enjoyed Rogue One a whole lot more than that film. That's just my take. So I'm hoping that Episode 9 really delivers. The other reason as to why I do have a lot of faith in JJ is that I really do think that there's quite a big possibility that this movie is just going to be a fun, good movie. Again, there's no fears other than Lando Calrissian getting killed off in this film. But Luke Skywalker is not really a thing that can be essentially, I guess you could say, a little scared of getting manipulated with or changed. I know a lot of people did not like how he was treated in The Last Jedi, so that whole entire thing is out the window now. Now it's all focused on Kylo and Rey and some of the other characters. So, guys, like I say all the time, Episode 9, I'm really starting to be, of course, very curious as to exactly what JJ will do. to close the entire Star Wars saga when it comes to the Skywalker saga specifically. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below, let me know what you think about this, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.